Dan Reichert.
Hey there.
Alex Navarro.
I don't know Simlish, so I'll just say hello.
Vinny Caravella.
Oh.
It's Dag Dag.
Okay.
Dag Dag. Look at you, Dan. You're in college.
That's me. You should have made I had long hair in college.
Okay, well, whatever. But look what you're doing. You're watching Ron Funches do some stand-up.
Oh, wow.
Abby Russell, timely. Wow.
Listen to the Beastcast.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is The Sims 4 Discovery University is a $40 expansion pack for The Sims. And let me tell you, it's a good one.
All right.
Am I in a library?
You are in a library.
This is all very inaccurate to my college experience.
I know. It's not going to be accurate for you. So
Okay.
you're in class right now, Alex. Or actually, I think you're back at the dorm. I'm going to have you come here if I can.
This is
Bring
my first time
Alex
going to college
here.
ever.
I know. That's why I wanted to have you in it.
I did go to junior college for like a year, but I don't know if that counts.
So let me show you sort of what university is like, sort of the day-to-day stuff. You are enrolled in classes, and there is a term. So you can do up to 4 classes per term, and a term is like 5 sim days or something.
Okay.
And then you have to get 12 class credits to graduate.
Mm-hmm.
So you can do fewer than 4 classes a term if you want to. I would probably recommend that because it is really fucking hard to have them be happy and do a good job in school on 4 classes a term. You can see your 4 classes. You're studying psychology as your degree right now, Alex.
I'll take it.
And you also are taking a bowling elective.
Yeah.
Just for fun.
I'm into that.
It's very fun.
So I will say off the bat, my biggest complaint with this pack are some of the menu systems and some of the sort of like getting in and out of menus, and like enrolling in university was this whole to-do to get you both in the same university thing. I had to like go out into the main world and like make sure you both got in and like kind of stop controlling one character for a second. And then I had a whole thing where I moved into the dorms. Then like I was in control of everyone in the dorms, which is not something I wanted. So I had to like do all these cheats. It was a whole to do, and it's a weird thing that should be much more streamlined. And I think on a day-to-day level, seeing your classes like this, it's how they do their work and their jobs in The Sims. As you can see, the classes here. But it also makes it a little difficult when it's like, okay, the next class is in 17 hours. I don't know which is the first one. Whereas like seeing it on a calendar might be a little bit easier.
Yeah.
I know that was sort of a big information overload right from the go, but there we have it.
All right.
So
now we're in it.
Yes, you are in it. You're a little unhappy. You want to talk. But I'm going to have you study. I'm going to have you do your homework for the next class, which is in 17 hours. So that is History of Perception. So you're going to go in and you're going to do homework for History of Perception. So if you've played The Sims before, if you've seen the other levels of homework in the other classes, this is very similar.
Okay.
Dan, you are studying villainy.
Okay, cool.
Here.
All right.
Looks like Ron left, which is fair.
I saw him walk out.
And he disappeared,
Yeah, he vanished.
It's a cool toilet.
He did his set. He's moving on.
Yeah, do you want to use this shitter, Dan?
Yeah, it looks awesome.
Yeah, I'm going to have you prank this toilet.
Hell yeah.
Are there walls there?
Oh my gosh.
Normally?
Come on, fellas. We
I
know
remember.
this.
cool.
I remember. It
We
was
know this.
The last toilet I saw was gigantic and on top of a house. So
Yeah, that's true. Oh, did
Yeah,
they put
I
like an
think you just put,
M80?
like a fake poop? Oh no, you're like making it bubble.
That's,
I don't
That's
really know what that's
this is
doing.
part of his villainy studies.
yeah, you want to blow it up.
Anyway, your class, you've already done your homework for it. There is a presentation you can prepare, so that's in your, I think it's at the dorm right now. But Alex actually has a presentation I can show you. But you just pull it out wherever.
Oh wow.
So Alex, I already had you do it.
All right.
You organized it, and then you can go in and you can ask for feedback. You can practice presenting, so on and so forth.
That looks way better than any cardboard presentational dealie I ever made in school.
Classic. I think we're probably going to get a lot of that because it's, it's hard getting your Sims happy. It's a lot of juggling.
Can you put me in a group project where I never talk to the people ever, but I get the grade?
If only.
Okay.
I can make yes.
How is this? It seems a little chuggy in some of the running. Has it been running?
It has been fine for
Yeah?
me.
Okay.
I did notice that too. I haven't really had so
You
much of an
haven't had
issue,
that?
but
Okay.
it is also sometimes when it's like, wow, there's a lot of people here
Okay.
and a lot of items.
They're all talking and stuff.
Yes. It can be a lot. So, but they also have this new thing. The new skill is the research and debate skill. We can see some Sims doing it here, and we can use these computers to research. So we can research, we can also study. So we can research any real skill. These are sort of classes. We can also check out the local secret society. There are secret societies here, very much a college experience. There's also, other groups like study groups and whatnot.
Is this the stuff where you got to like whack off in a coffin and then you become president?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
All right.
Yeah.
sure.
Okay.
Get into that one.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm trying. But the thing is, I try to research it, and then look what happens.
What happens?
Well, we'll give it a second. You're researching. Researching.
Uh-oh.
Keep researching.
Keep researching.
Almost done. There we go. Uh-oh. Something went
Oh.
wrong with your search.
Oh, because it's secret.
Yes, it's secret. I think there is a way. If you go here, you can go to university info.
Secret
We can check out
society.
organizational events, and sometimes you'll meet people through those. There are also other groups you can join, similar to like a club, where there's like the debate guild. There is the art society. This is the secret corps that we want to join eventually. And there's also like study groups and whatnot. And those groups are sort of like extracurricular activities in The Sims. They can also help you with certain skills or help you study or whatever it is.
Do they do like keggers and bars and stuff, or is it all just?
Yes, actually.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm. You can party.
I'd find a 5 kegger.
So I'll actually have you. So this is how there is no, because you're staying in a dorm, there's no proper build mode. I'll show you the dorms here in a moment. But you do buy university items from these sort of kiosk vending machines here. So you can pick a poster. You can do like rugs, lamps, whatnot, just sort of general decorations that go into your personal inventory instead of building it in the build mode. It's a little bit clunky, but I do kind of appreciate that it's not just like, yeah, you can do whatever, even though it's a dorm, which it makes a little more sense, I guess, narratively.
Abby,
Yes.
can I ask you a question?
No. Yes, you can.
Okay. This
Mm-hmm.
is an expansion pack.
This is
$40.
an expansion pack, the biggest pack.
$40 expansion pack. The Realm of Magic Harry Potter-ish stuff was a game pack.
Correct.
$20.
Correct.
Can I go to wizard school and go to school?
So there isn't. I mean,
Hell
the
yeah.
answer is yes.
Okay.
So, like, let's say if we were gonna do this, we could.
Wow, look at this university.
Yes, I'll show you the campus in a moment. But I could go out, I could travel, and I could go to Glimmerbrook if I wanted to. And we can just go here, and we can go through the portal, and then go to the Wizarding
Oh,
World.
weird.
Okay, so you can like part-time it at the
Oh yeah. Well,
okay.
I mean, yeah, you full
And
time.
could you-
I could like live off campus if I wanted to. I chose to live in a dorm. There's also student housing. But I
Wow.
chose to live in a dorm
Okay.
to really get the full university experience.
And could you bring your magic back into the university
Yes.
realm and like have a familiar and be like, I'm a normal
that's
boy?
the beauty of The
Okay.
Sims.
Mhm.
And this is the sort of overworld, the map for this one. There are 2 different schools. Where you guys are going to this one, the Brightchester, but there's also Foxbury Institute. So this one,
Let's steal their mascot.
you actually can do some sort of like rivalry type stuff. I think you can go over here and like prank some of their shit or something.
Cool. All right.
But they are like a tech institute, whereas you're more
Dorks.
of like an art school. But
Yeah.
really what that means is when you are applying for the school, there is a certain level of like, actually don't travel, that's not what I want. There's a certain level of like skill. So let's say you were a really good teen and you got all A's in school, and also you got your like speech and debate skill really high up, or you got your art skill really up, you might get into a special art degree.
You and I have very different definitions of what makes a good team.
What if I were good about sitting in my car and getting high?
Yeah.
What school is that?
What if I were good at taking baseball bats to mailboxes?
Great, love it. You'll still get it. Everybody will get into The Sims. You just won't get into the like specialized degree.
I get into whatever their equivalent of Florida State is.
What if I told my gym class said, hold on, I forgot my sneakers in my car and went to Burger King.
What? Is that a real thing you did?
Nobody cared.
Okay, we'll have you guys
There's
go
no
to
law.
the dorm after this. I'll show you. So one thing, let's see if he bikes there. He might not. No, you're gonna run. But this is what the campus looks like.
Hey, there's Alex and Dan.
Yes, I told them to both go back
Yeah,
to the
they're
dorm.
running
This is their
after each other.
dorm. It's kind of nice to have the smaller campus. I can click
Wow.
on the classes. I can have them like sit in on skill classes, which is neat. I could also have Sims who aren't enrolled in university. They can also do that. And basically, like, I'm gonna pay $250 to learn a skill versus like learning it at home, which
I
is kind of
gotcha.
nice.
I have
And
such a jaunty run.
And you could use all the money cheats and whatever
Yeah.
you want. You can become a rich kid at school. I could live my dream. Okay, good.
Yes.
So when your
This
sim,
is the dorm.
has gone through its education process and all of
Uh-huh.
that, is there anything that they come out of this with if they were to go into the real world and exist, outside the university system?
Yes, absolutely. So if you go to school, you will start later on in the career, because there are different levels in each career.
Mm-hmm.
So you will start later on in the careers. I am going to have you write a term paper. Anyway, you will start later on in the career,
Okay.
just like starting at level 1. You might start at like level 4 or 5,
That's neat.
I
Okay.
think. And it's also like depending on how well you do in school, you'll also get bigger bonuses. So you'll get paid more, basically.
That's not true, but that's cool.
Yeah, that's absolutely not accurate to the real world at all anymore.
Do you make
Yes.
good connections and then get jobs with people because their dads are like heads of companies?
That would be cool,
Okay.
but it doesn't really seem to be the case.
Does it have anything with? Well, first of all, how old is Alex here?
You are both young adults. I younged you up.
Sure.
So is he like 16?
So that like
I have
19.
the worst
Say
16-year-old
19.
hairline that has ever existed.
I've seen worse, but I'm just asking. Just curious. Is this like a back to school moment or?
Anyway, your presentation is somewhere around here, Dan.
This
I'm gonna
is
have you.
way
So this
too
is yours.
nice.
So I'm gonna have you practice presenting. Also, turn this fucking off. I don't know who turned this on. So this is your roommate. You're not really friends with him. But-
Prankster.
This is your room. You can get a mini fridge, which is nice. You don't have to go to sort of
Yeah.
the common spaces to get
course.
food. Although people often bring food, which is also nice.
And then just leave it out.
Yeah, it gets real stinky and gross.
Yeah.
That's
Um,
college.
So some of the
Dollars.
features with The Sims, a reason why this is sort of sometimes so difficult, is you do have to do homework for each class. That's every time you go. But then at the end of the term, after those 5 days, you do have to take a final exam or give a presentation or sometimes write a paper. And those are pretty time consuming, either to study for it or to do this presentation. You're preparing for it. And if you don't do that, you're going to fail that class. Like, no question, you will fail that class.
I don't believe that Dan is giving an actual class presentation here. I think he's just like reading off Lyndon LaRouche like literature here to no one
No.
wants to listen.
This is me organizing my Soul Calibur tournament in the lobby.
Yes.
Exactly. I've seen this before. This is where you explain what a Metal Gear is.
Yes.
So some of the stuff that I think is really neat is like you go to your coursework and you can do the term paper. And I already wrote one term paper and I could submit it right now. Or I could edit it and it will get better. So if you just write a term paper, it's probably not going to be great until you edit it and put more time into it. And these are the things that like take a long while to do versus like the homework, which still can take a while, but not quite as long. I can also email my professors about progress, to get an idea of how I'm doing. You can
How am
apply
I
for
doing, prof?
scholarships. I think you guys both got scholarships for being local residents. But
Okay.
they also have scholarships for like, I have my really good skills or I'm good at soccer. They did add soccer to the game.
Was it not in before?
No, they don't really have many sports. You can kick
That'll
soccer
be another
ball.
expansion at some point.
I'm surprised they haven't had one, to be honest.
You had mentioned something on a podcast or somewhere about
Mm-hmm.
being able to board students
What?
or have roommates, have people live in their house.
Yes. So this is a dorm situation, so it's a little different. But it is a similar type of thing where it's like, here are a bunch of Sims I don't control living in the same space with me.
Okay.
So how that works is you set up a bed and then you go onto the internet and you would be like, apply for roommate or something. And then someone would come and then eventually you could kick them out or they might leave, but they will pay you a certain amount for living there.
And you can do as many beds as you want, you think?
I think so. I haven't really played around with the roommate stuff.
Okay.
We've just been having them live in the dorms. I'm going to have you use the shitter, Dan, and then you can go
Yeah.
to sleep.
3 shitters, Dan.
3 shitters.
I
One
know.
floor, man. All right.
It's pretty full co-ed, too. Anyway, I am enjoying this so far. There's also a robotics skill. That's another new skill involved in this. And you can make a robot. I don't think we'll see it. We'll go to the other campus and maybe see a robot walking around. But you can make a robot and they can help you clean your house. You can also interact with them. You can like fuck a robot if you wanted to. You can interact with them in the same way you would any other sim and be friends
College.
with
Does the robot, is it humanoid?
them. Yeah.
Okay.
Hopefully we can see one on the other campus.
I would love to see a robonoid. Are there campus specific jobs like work at the food court or library?
That's a good question. I think you can do like a part-time job. So we'll do find job and see what it offers us. But there is a part-time job system sort of already in the game from the other one. So I don't know if they've added any new part-time jobs. They have added new full-time jobs. So you can now be a teacher or a professor. I think they have like a robotics one. So let's see the part-time.
A part-time astronaut.
No, here, let's part-time. There we go. This is after-school activities. So you can be an esports competitor.
Oh,
Or
yeah.
a soccer
Man.
player.
I mean, we're talking about Alex
the two
here,
jobs.
so clearly any one of these would
Yes.
work.
And then none of these are new. But you
Okay.
could, you could work at a store, you could be a manual labor, you could work at a
fisherman.
fast food place, be a diver, lifeguard.
Okay.
I'm going to have you be an esports competitor.
Yeah,
Let's see how this
sure.
fucks up our schedule. So now this is added to our jobs list. And really, we're going to be fucked with this one, I think. Okay. You're going to be a little overwhelmed with all of this, but that's okay. Alex, you're hungry, but I'm going to make you go to the other campus.
You were just completely ruining my college career here.
Yes, that's the goal. And you can see they have new traits. There's like fast internet, natural light. Some of the traits are like, oh, people like hanging out here. It's good acoustics.
Oh, I see. That's kind of like the liberal arts college versus the tech
exactly.
school. Got it.
So you're going to go alone. But let's try to find a robot.
Is liberal arts like English classes and writing? Like, what does liberal arts contain? If like
what's
not
a liberal
tech?
arts degree? I wonder what the actual.
I think I have a
definition
liberal
is.
arts degree, but I don't know what liberal arts school means.
You're a film major?
I think I've heard way more people joke about liberal arts than I've ever actually heard them explain it.
But I think is a whole college liberal arts? Like I think KU was like a liberal arts school. Are there whole schools?
There was. I mean, it's not. I don't know if that's their sole focus, but that might be like their primary focus.
As I've always understood, it was like the humanities.
Like philosophy and stuff like that.
Yeah, like writing, literature, philosophy. Let me see. There's got to be something that just.
Would I know if I had a liberal arts degree?
Probably not.
Do you have a BS or a BA?
BGS.
What's
the
a
fuck
G?
is that?
A Bachelor of General Sciences.
Oh.
And with a focus in film studies.
So I'm gonna order some food. So this is an interesting thing. They do have, and if I don't go to the school, so I think I'd have to pay for this. But they do have like little cafeteria type things, but they're only open for certain hours, which I think is kind of neat. But they do have, the general food stands.
I look lost
but it looks
and
like
sad.
this is also closed. So we came here at a bad time. Let's go back home. We'll go back home, and then we'll come back later. And
I
try to
came
find a
over here to
robot.
party. Where is everyone?
This thing says history, literature, writing, philosophy, sociology, psychology, creative arts, and more.
Oh, creative arts? Okay, maybe I have that then.
Yeah.
I don't really know what my degree is. So I'm just gonna have you sleep. And
Is there a
then-
roof?
It's a lot of searches on here for.
There's
Oh,
a roof.
nice.
What the hell do I do with a liberal arts degree?
Yeah, really?
Have you tried esports?
You're watching TV, Dan. I'm gonna have you do some homework. God, I accidentally gave you the room right next to the radio, and it's truly a nightmare.
It seems like they could move that radio if they wanted to.
Did you build this dorm or this was here?
This was here. It's not my favorite. Sometimes I do find it a little too busy. Like I wish that they, similar to like if you've played the City Living expansion pack, they will like sort of blur out other apartments. Like I wish I didn't have to see into like other people's rooms.
But you said you had control over all these Sims.
Not all
right?
of them. It was weird. The whole thing is like I don't understand why I had control over some and not all of them. It seems like a weird oversight that I don't like.
Nice desk though.
Yes, I will say all the build mode stuff is very like IKEA-esque.
Yeah.
Like these chairs are very IKEA.
This is furniture you don't spend a lot of money on.
Yes, which I think goes along with the dorm theme pretty
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
Nice little sort of knickknacks.
You get a
of
Fight Club
stuff.
poster?
Uh,
Oh, there's a Dark Side of the Moon
Yeah, there you
ripoff.
go.
That's good.
Yeah.
Close
Oh,
enough.
with the Sims thing? That's smart.
And kind of ripped up a little bit.
Yeah.
they know what they're doing.
It's kind of a nice dorm, like the wainscoting and the molding on the windows and stuff. Like it's not just concrete.
Yeah, no, totally. And this is also the sort of new or the like old school one versus the sort of new tech one.
I think is that carpet? Wow.
This is way nicer than the dorms I lived in.
Oh,
I
yeah.
would say
Oh,
that,
yeah, me
that
too.
carpet is going to be stained very quickly.
Mickey's 40 is just all over every inch.
So I'm gonna have you sleep. And then I bought you a keg, but I think I left it on the other.
Gotta sneak that past the RAs.
When I went to
We'll
school,
go back to the library and do it later.
I
What?
want to say there might have been smoking dorms where you could smoke inside, which seems
What?
Was it the 50s?
I mean,
What
it's
seems
like, was that when
bizarre-
you flew to campus on your smoking
yeah.
plane, Pan Am?
well, we'd go to the movies for a nickel and then kind of.
Yeah.
But I want to say I can't remember if that's true. Whoa, is that your back tattoo? Sorry, I got distracted.
We made this a long time ago.
I don't know if that's true or
Okay,
people
it's the
just
Harvest
did
Fest. Who
you know?
cares?
I think people probably smoked in the dorms.
it. Yeah, but like nobody said anything. I remember a lot of ashtrays just being out all the
What?
time.
A lot of toilet paper
Vinny,
rolls
when
where you
did
put the
you go to
laundry
school?
detergent things in the middle.
Smoking weed.
Yes.
That's different.
Mask the smell.
Okay. you're
People
gonna-
still do that? No, people just vape.
They
now.
definitely did in my dorms.
Yeah, right. But now people just vape, right?
Probably. Yeah.
I'm sure
yeah,
there's a lot
probably.
of dorms that don't allow vaping.
I'm not sure the regulations have caught up to that yet.
I mean, I definitely was going to bars where there was smoking in bars.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
for a long
definitely
time,
that.
which also seems so bizarre now.
Is that nationwide? You can't do that?
I don't
There
know
might be
if-
certain states where you can, but I think by and large, most states have banned it.
Yeah, I don't know if it's a federal thing, but I think
Yeah.
it's a state by state. But I don't think a lot of them. I don't even see smoking sections anymore.
I know.
No,
I remember it was a
restaurants or
thing. You go
anything?
to restaurants smoking or non-smoking.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
remember that.
So something that I think is kind of fun is like now that you're on like campus and university, sometimes you'll be like, I'm gonna go to this lot, and then like a random sim will be like, hey, where we're going, and then they'll follow you, which I think is funny. I'm a big fan of that.
You seem like a party guy. Let's go party with you.
Alex doesn't seem that excited about it. He looks pretty bummed out.
Yeah,
You're
no, but
gonna
I think if a
complain
bunch of
about
random
your
college students started following me around, I'd actually be pretty pissed off.
They also have like a beer pong type thing, so you
Alright.
can play just regular ping pong, or you can play juice pong. So we'll play it against
Juice
Raymond
pong.
since he followed
Is
us.
there no alcohol in The Sims?
No, they have
they're
alcohol,
underage. Okay,
but
yeah,
it's like
yeah.
not alcohol. It's like
Yeah.
juice stuff, but it'll have like special effects that'll like your sim will get little perks or whatever for it, which is kind of fun.
A little dizzy.
Yeah,
much juice.
exactly. Oops.
When I had long hair, people were constantly asking me in college if I could sell them pot, and I'd be like, I don't even smoke pot, and they were like, oh, bullshit.
That's
Yeah.
so funny. Did they not know you at all?
Like random people at parties and stuff would be like, hey, you look like a guy who could sell me weed.
That's
Because I had like a ratty jacket and long hair and looked like a piece of shit. So.
Oh wow! Wait, you didn't bounce
Good
it.
work,
Don't you have to
Alex.
bounce it once?
I don't know.
We never bounced it.
Well, no,
No?
if you bounce it once, you can swat it.
I don't think I've ever actually. I've been in rooms where beer pong was played. I
kinda
don't think
with
I have
you.
ever actually played beer pong.
You can re-rack after 3.
There's a bar in New York that you can play beer pong at, and I hate it. I did Zog Sports for a season. Oh,
Yep,
Ron
that's about-
Funches
that's
is
about how I would
excited that you
play.
got the job.
Oh, thanks, Ron.
Thanks, Ron.
What a nice guy.
Anyway, but the fucking Zog Sports. It's fun, but everybody would just go to this fucking beer pong thing, and I'm like, we're all almost 30. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Yep, I suck at this.
They should have a bar where the drinks are all poured. The special whatever's on draft is all poured behind the counter where like the hard alcohol is,
Yeah.
and you could just buy a ping pong ball for like $1 to try and get a beer.
It's a good idea.
And if you land it in there, you get a beer. If you don't, the bartender has to trip and fall on the ping pong ball all night.
Yeah, that sounds fun.
Yeah.
You came in your pajamas, Dan.
That's
I'm gonna see if
Gross.
you
Been-
can, like,
You
been
kind of look
there.
like you sleepwalked over
Yeah,
here.
a lot of wet dreams, huh?
whoa.
Fucking sweet.
So, like, you get to face their statue. You can yarn bomb it. Do you want to toilet paper it?
Hell
and
yes.
face it, or
Yeah,
yarn
let's
bomb it? Which one? Dan?
toilet paper. That's
Toilet
reversible.
paper's classic.
PP.
I don't think it's illegal to toilet paper.
Well,
Oh, I see.
it's mischief.
Oh,
You don't think it's
parked
illegal
your
to
bike
toilet
in
paper?
here.
I mean,
No.
it's not legal, but I mean, they're not going to put you in jail for it.
No.
Like a form of littering.
Yeah, you got a fine for wearing your helmet. You
You just rode that bike through a wall.
No, it's through a door. The walls are half walls right now. I don't know why the
Oh,
wall
okay.
concept
I'm
is
gonna
so
call toilet
weird
paper
for y'all.
vandalism, and I'm gonna say
Yeah.
Oh, vandalism's legal?
It's among the lightest forms of vandalism, but yes.
So you're biking over there. The bikes are a new thing in this expansion pack.
Yes?
Dan Riker
Kinda
definitely
fun.
would have ridden that bike down the stairs.
I know.
Yes.
You're so sad.
But you're out of your pajamas. How'd you get changed?
He just jumped in a circle.
Oh,
He had
hey.
clothes on his bike.
Somebody's late for work.
Okay, let's see a toilet paper for this.
I'm going to go toilet paper the statue. That'll make me happy.
This is the tech school?
This is the tech school.
Yeah, get them.
This is the only way I can feel anything.
Roast them.
Did you bring any toilet paper?
Oh, shit. I forgot something.
There.
There we go. I don't think
Wait.
I've ever actually TP'd anything.
Me either.
I TP'd a couple of houses when I was younger. Mostly like the tree out front, not as much the actual house.
I bet that's a pain in the butt to get out of a tree.
Oh, no, you're
Yeah.
walking away sad again.
Yeah, well,
You know?
I mean, we didn't
It's not
pick a
supposed to be fun, right?
we didn't pick a random target. We picked a particularly mean school administrator. So
Nice.
Wow. So I'm gonna have you do
Dean
your homework
Wormser.
for bowling.
yeah,
You can do it
Bowling
together.
homework.
So it's like you're doing it with the other people.
Alex just eating a bowl of weed.
It's peas.
Oh, okay.
Your favorite meal, peas.
that no, not really.
So you will eventually go to class, and it's similar to a job where they just kind of disappear for a while, and you can choose like take notes in class or other things. Anyway, I'm gonna see if I can show. So I'm gonna have you plan your outfit, Dan. I'm gonna show some of the new outfits with this pack. I
Yeah.
really like a lot of the clothes in this pack. The furniture I think is whatever. I think it suits the style of this sort of faux IKEA. But I think the clothes are really great. Maybe because I'm sort of this age. But they feel modern. They feel fun. They feel hip. You can also get like school shirts and like shirts for the school.
A lot of
which
good
I think is
sweaters.
Fun.
Can you give me a empty milk gallon that me and my friends can fill with Everclear and juice to bring to our film classes and get tanked in the back?
What's Everclear?
Oh boy.
Very
Wait,
strong
nobody
alcohol.
asked why you were bringing a milk gallon into class?
We sat in the back. It was a big film class.
Not even a half gallon, a full
We
gallon.
bring a full gallon and just
Dan,
tank
I'm
in
not,
the back.
Vinny, I'm not sure that anyone ever noticed Dan was actually in that class.
Those were the only times I'd go to classes when we get drunk and watch movies.
This kid
So
with
you
the long
can
hair will
see-
sell you weed.
Yeah.
You got the different emblems on your sweaters. You can also get ones without it.
I like the sweater. Oh, these are nice.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
I'm
very.
like
Harry
into
Potter?
these clothes.
Yeah.
Not
This
every jacket
one-
with a crest is Harry Potter,
And
man.
this is
Big
all.
fan.
This is all the new stuff.
This is the
sort
new
of-
stuff. I'm
okay.
showing you the new stuff here. This is sort of a soccer-y, jerseys for the different schools. You can have some full body looks
Yeah,
too.
let's see.
Marching
Wow,
band.
nope.
Why are you
I
kidding?
don't
Sergeant
understand
Pepper.
that.
Yeah.
Graduation robes.
Yay.
Graduate with honors
Wow.
robes. There you go.
All
That's your look,
right,
Dan.
What do they
Let's do
call
it.
Look at
that
that
one?
cool guy.
Seinfeld.
These are not.
This is
yours.
prom.
Oh, actually, this is from a different pack.
Oh.
Ignore that.
I was gonna say.
But it suits.
Yeah.
I mean, you
Okay.
could definitely like be a drum major with that.
Nah.
Discover University. Okay.
These are just pants.
Cool guy pants.
Now we're talking.
There we
okay.
are.
Oh,
These
wow.
are college ass pants.
Yeah.
Oh,
But they have
man.
the school colors, which I think is kind of fun. I also like the lady stuff. You can get some short shorts. I'm gonna show off the lady stuff if you're okay with that, Dan.
Sure.
Let's see. That's I think not from this. Oh no, it is. Yoga pants.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Sweet.
I like some of the dresses they have too. Wow, that's like a kilt on you.
I like the buttons.
But I think these clothes are cute.
Wario?
Honestly, they look good on you, Dan.
Thanks.
Wario.
Yeah. That's straight up Wario.
I guess so.
There's Mario.
There's Luigi.
Yeah.
Big fan of this one.
Yeah. All right.
Think it suits you,
It's all
Dan.
tracks. Yeah.
But all in all, I am enjoying The Sims 4 Discover University. I think it is a much anticipated pack. I do think some of the sort of mechanics of kind of seeing your class schedule and also getting in and out of enrolling in university is like a little bit clunky in a way that I think is like kind of a bummer. I wish it was a little more streamlined, a little more user friendly. That said, I'm really enjoying the pack. There's a lot to it. You know, you can join a club, you can join a secret society, you can do a lot of fun stuff here, and it seems like it'll be a nice way to impact your world later on too, once you're out of this world versus some other ones where it's like, well, once I'm done in Strangerville, I'm done in Strangerville, you know?
Right.
Expansion pack, $40.
Expansion pack, $40, 40 smackers.
Can you give Dan long hair?
Yes.
Yeah.
Last
Make it
move.
look real shitty.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like the
so
worst
this
long
is-
hair
Yes.
possible.
That's two together.
Not dreads. Just
We're
saying.
getting
not-
closer.
nailed it.
We're getting closer. Yeah.
Let's do medium.
Oh, I don't know.
Right.
These are all going to be
Dan?
way too nice.
Dan.
Uh-huh.
I need to look
Wait,
like
go
a.
back up
I need to
one.
look like a roadie for Skinnerd.
Go back to the.
No.
That's the haircut that every woman I went to high school with who still lives in my hometown has.
A lot of these on the right look like Alex Boniello.
There you go.
Don't they?
Yeah, this is.
It totally
yeah,
does.
That's pretty good.
I think that one that was on the very bottom there was
Yep.
pretty good.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
still
that's
way
pretty
too
good.
together.
That's Bjork.
I like that. I like that
This-
first
okay,
one.
this one is good. Which one?
Oh, that's not bad. That first one, like the kind of
That's
wavy.
the other haircut
with
all the
wavy
girls from my
mess.
hometown still have.
What do you think, Dan?
I mean, you're not going to be able to find the shit I had.
Is it
They,
like-
they don't make stuff that bad in video games.
Yeah,
I don't know. I've
I've
seen a lot of wrestling
Oh,
games.
yeah,
Actually,
actually, WWE might be the only one that has nailed it.
Yeah. Actually, that is close because I didn't understand how to keep long hair from going in front of my face, so I would cut across. I basically accidentally
you
gave
had
myself.
bangs?
I didn't mean to. I'll show you some pictures.
Oh my god.
Dan.
I didn't mean to.
There we go.
There
There
you
we go.
go.
That's it.
Sure, yeah.
Prince
All right.
Valiant ass Dan.
Ringo.
Discovery University.
There we go.
It's me,
You look
Wario.
amazing, Dan.
Thank you.
All right, thank you guys.
Thank
Thanks.
you.